Hi, good evening, traders. Tuesday evening, 23rd of May, 8:25 p.m. And we can say that for the Nifty, it was a U-turn of a day. The index did manage to open well, extended all towards that 18,427, 430 kind of mark, but towards the last 90 minutes or so, it slipped quite hard. At the close of 18,365, the index managed just 34 points of gain for the day. But the good thing is it's far away from its last week's low, which I was looking at as an important, extremely important level as a support. As of now, the short term trend is actually non directional, I would say, because we can see that the index is stuck in a range. The underlying momentum is losing. The weekly run up that we have had is going through a consolidation. And so the right way would be to say that we are in a stock specific market and it's likely to stay that way with a dash of intraday volatility. If the index slips further down tomorrow morning, looking at the global markets, it is suggesting so. Then the previous congestion, which was at 18,250 to 18,300, should act as the short term support. Bank Nifty also managed a flattish close, and for the Bank Nifty, the slant divergence wherein prices are going up and the momentum indicators are coming down is very, very evident. The 75-minute time frame over here would have given you a symmetrical triangular breakout, which is essentially has snapped back. Now it needs to be seen tomorrow whether it goes back within the pattern and whether this turns out to be a failure or not. The index is knocking at its all-time highs, so it has shown the necessary strength. But yes, going forward, I think if we mark these two fractal highs and if we mark these two fractal lows, then essentially we are looking at an ending diagonal, a rising wedge kind of a pattern after a rising market. We need to be careful. Two stocks which actually stayed quite muted in today's trade did not actually participated much on the upside early morning and slipped in the late afternoon was the twins, the HDFC and HDFC Bank. Both the charts you'll notice after the recent bounce back has actually slowed down and it's kind of dragging on the downside with some decent supports well defined. A breakdown from these rising trend lines can bring in some weakness. This is HDFC Bank and this is HDFC. If you close in, zoom in and take a look at the last 2 to 3 trading sessions, you will notice that every time it's been bouncing from a very well-defined short-term support. So if the Bank Nifty, if the financials weaken, if at all, then I think HDFC and HDFC Bank should be looked into. However, before I end today's discussion, I would like to say that the market going forward will continue to be stock specific and you should not be extremely biased on the long or the short side. Keep a very neutral view on the market and look for good opportunities. I hope you've traded well. Take care of yourselves. Good night.